Hi everyone, Adam here. Time for a quick movie review, and today's movie is Marvel's The Eternals. And this stars Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Angelina Jolie, Selma Hayek, Kit Harington, Kamal Nanjiani, Leah McHugh, Brian Tyree Henry, Bill Skarsgård, and directed by Chloe Zhao. And this tells the story of, obviously, the Eternals, who are a group of immortal beings who help humanity with technology, but always keeping it in secret. But they're also able to shape history and civilization. They're not supposed to interfere with conflict like wars and that type of thing, which is why they point this out in the movie, why they couldn't help with what happened with Thanos. But in modern times, they have to defend the Earth from these creatures called deviants, who have started to evolve or are able to take the Eternals' powers. Things are about to get worse when they find out there's a threat to Earth, which would wipe out all of humanity. You know, typical superhero stuff. But when the leader of the Eternals winds up being murdered, it's up to Cersei to take the lead. And in this movie, everyone has names after Greek mythology. As I said, Cersei's Icarus, Athena, Ajax. So yeah, the plot does delve into some interesting subjects. There's a character called Sprite who's an Eternal, but she's always been in the body of pretty much a teenager. So she's not able to do the things that people are supposed to do when they get older, you know, like have a relationship and just basic things like go to school, which you can't really do when you're thousands of years old. There's also the conflict of not being able to help during wars, which doesn't sit well with a certain member on there. And not being able to help during wars, even though there's this one Eternal who has the power of being able to control like a group of people. So basically could tell a whole heap of people just to, you know, stop warring. But because they're not supposed to interfere in war, he's not supposed to do that. So there is some downside to being immortal. I should know. Nothing. And I'm sure some of you know this movie got downvoted a lot before it even came out, just due to the sexuality of a certain character, which is just like... But as for what I thought this movie just falls into the just okay. I mean, they have to kind of establish everything with the Eternals because it is kind of strange if you don't know anything about them. Yeah, so there's a lot of stretches where not a lot of action happens. I mean, the movie's over 2.5 hours. So there's a fair bit of exposition in this movie. And of course, I don't know if I'm spoiling it, but there's a time when some of the team members break up and they have to get them back together. Visually, the film looks great. Of course, as you'd expect from a Marvel movie, the special effects are quite good. I mean, visually it looks great. I mean, just the way it's shot, there's kind of this epic scope to it, with some nice composition shots. Yeah, but it does take a while for the action to really start up, though. Mainly because they're establishing all the characters. And while I didn't hate this, I didn't love it either. I think even the average MCU movies are at least watchable. But the acting was all fine. Gemma Chan as Cersei, she played the role really well. Leah McHugh as Sprite, the girl who's trapped in a young body who can't really live a proper full life. She was another standout. She's always angry. Look, most of the cast were fine. The direction was pretty solid, but I just found this to be very average. So I'll score this visually great, acting pretty decent, but it just took a while to get any momentum. I'll give it a 5.5, still watchable, but to me just not that great. So as always, this is just my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.